Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. The overturning of Roe Wade is just huge. Like all over social media, all these protests, and Howard Stern is thinking about running in 2024. Is it a joke? I don't know. Remember back in the 90s when Howard was going to run for governor of New York? By the way, he would have won. He was winning and then he dropped out. They wanted to get into his finances. So people who know me know that I grew up with Howard Stern. I was a big Howard Stern fan. He was my first, before Rogan, there was Howard for me. I started in 1983. I'm a boomer. Howard was my guy for many years. I kind of got sick of him back in the 90s, right when he got really huge, blew up with his movie Private Parts. He had his two books. That was like mid 90s. Trump used to be a regular on his show. Um, and then I got back into him again. And then he went to Sirius. I didn't follow him to Sirius, but Howard was huge. He was bigger than anyone, king of all media. So Howard Stern is really pissed off about mega Trump, fucking hates Trump now, of course, as we all know, and obviously the Roe Wade. So he says he's going to run. So he's being tongue in cheek a little bit, but maybe not. He says he's serious. Let me play this clip. There's no video, by the way. This is from satellite, but here we go.
I don't want to get too deep into it. I know people have political opinions. I know most people agree with me. I read the polls. But I said to Robin, and I hate to say this, but I said to her, I'm actually going to probably have to run for president now. And she goes,
I
and
know.
then my
I
wife.
was trying to push him into it earlier. Now
Yeah.
he's reluctantly stepping up.
Well, my wife said, oh, no, you don't. I don't want to be first lady. Let Robin be first lady. I said to Robin, are you prepared to be first lady? And I believe you accepted. You were ready.
I said, no, Beth has to be first lady. I'm
No.
not cut out for the job.
No, you'll be fine.
People fucking hate Robin. I've always loved.
You'll need to provide as first
Well,
lady.
All right. On my knees
It's
in
refreshing
the
to hear
Oval
Howard
Office.
again.
Yeah, let's go. But the only reason I would run, and I went into a long-winded speech over the weekend to Robin about how I am going to do the very simple thing that'll set the country straight. One vote, one person, no more of this electoral college. I'm getting rid of it. And then Robin said, well, can you do that as president? And I said, I don't know. Let's find out. I'm sure I could do. The problem with most presidents, they have too big of an agenda. The only agenda I would have is to make the country fair again. This whole mess that we're in with that lightweight Clarence Thomas, who's been sitting there like Darth Vader, dormant, waiting for other coups.
I'll get
to
into
join the
that.
Supreme
Anita
Court,
Hill, all that stuff.
and waiting through the decades until he saw this Kavanaugh get on, and Coney Bryant, whatever the fuck her name is. And I don't know how it happens. Like, does he all of a sudden go to them in some dark hole and go, so I know you guys promised a bunch of these senators you would never go back on precedent, that you would never go back on Roe v. Wade. But you guys were kidding, right? You got to be ready.
A wink, wink, right? You were just saying that, right?
Now, it's very hard to have a Supreme Court that has openly lied. Well, they play.
That's
Well,
Gilbert,
what
the
it
laugh.
is,
Gilbert
Howard. It
Gottfried
wasn't
just
breaking
died.
a promise. Those were lies. They knew what they were all about.
Now, you
Classic
don't mind if
Howard.
I lie to you or Robin lies to you, but when the Supreme Court goes into lying publicly, it really does undermine everything, because they sat there on TV and said they would never change Roe v. Wade. I could play you the clip. I'm not going to play it. You've probably seen it. Although we found a friend who has not yet heard about all this. We told him that there was the Supreme Court outlawed abortion, and he went, "You're kidding? When did this? Tell me about this. When did it happen?" Yeah, we found someone. Found a friend. Yes.
Who is this?
Well, I had him locked up. I said, "Listen,
I was like,
something
where's
wrong
he
with you."
been?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So here's the thing. Real quick. It's not so quick, and I don't want to get into it too much. If we take a hard look at this thing that we're in now, this is so heavy. It is so deep that these appointed judges by Trump were appointed by a president who lost the popular vote by 3 million votes.
I've been saying this
is where we
forever.
get into trouble. If you go back in history, the Senate, which is filled with a bunch of guys who are from states
Hillary
that
beat him
hardly
by
have
3
any
million votes.
population, refused Obama a Supreme Court justice, even though he was the president. They got away with that. Then Trump comes in after losing to Hillary by 3 million votes. A guy who lost the vote.
He's never won a general election.
Won the election. How long can we keep electing people who lost the election? It doesn't make it. We have a free election.
It's insane.
And then the guy who wins he had less votes. I mean,
fewer votes. Proper grammar.
Well, this is Trump's legacy. I hope he's happy. Back alley abortions.
A bunch of nutcases. Because I was like, this woman is deranged. She doesn't even know what party she's in.
He's deranged. These justices are deranged. Clarence Thomas is talking. I don't even know what he's talking about. He's going to undo gay rights. Gay marriage. He's going to undo.
He's married to a white girl, by the way. White woman.
I hope they roll it all the way back to slavery, and then they
which used to be illegal
on a plantation.
Well, someone said, "What about interracial marriage?
See?
If you're going to take away gay marriage, what
that
about
was against the law? Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
let's take that away from our man who's
decide that.
My man is married to a white woman. Why should we? You want to start regulating the bedroom? You want to start regulating who people?
Well,
can
he
marry?
was harassing Anita Hill back in the 80s.
And we still are. We as a country voted for Hillary Clinton by 3 million votes.
Yep.
We voted for Biden because it was repugnant, all of this horseshit.
Exactly.
But now for life, now listen, the other thing is, if I do run for president, and I'm not fucking around, I'm really thinking about it. Because the only other thing I'm going to do is appoint 5 more Supreme Court justices.
There you go. That's pretty good, right? I got to love, you can tell a little bit he's getting older, but that voice, this classic, deep, kind of, when he started out kind of like that, but it was so different. But he's got just this great radio voice, and the way he could read copy, like really fast, like he's just the best, one of the best at the time. That's one thing Rogan doesn't have. Rogan doesn't have a good speaking voice. But anyway, there you go. I'm almost 8 minutes here. I wanted to play that. I thought that was very interesting. I don't know if he's just fucking around. But he just talked, a lot, discussed a lot of things. I don't know if people who were younger, Gen Xers, whatever, but the Anita Hill thing was huge that was in 1990, 1991. Anita Hill accused Clarence Thomas of sexual harassment. It was a big deal, and he almost was not confirmed. Almost didn't make it. But there you go. That's it for now. I'll be doing more on Roe Wade, Howard Stern, a lot of other things. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.